How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace. Today I'm once again joined by Songbird.
Hello.
And today we are checking out Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole. So, have you ever heard of Alice in Chains? Do you know anything about him?
I have heard of Alice in Chains from like my days listening to classic rock, but I never delved super deep into it. So, kind of.
So, a little information about Alice in Chains. They've been around since 1987. So, we have Lane Staley as the vocalist, Jerry Cantrell as the lead guitarist and did backing vocals,
Mhm.
Mike Inez, I hope that's how you pronounce the name. I'm not 100% sure. He was the bassist and also did backing vocals. And then Sean Kenny is the drummer. And Alice in Chains, they're a rock and roll grunge band. They're one of the like five or six like of the most well known grunge bands. You got Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Alice in Chains. Those are like the big five that everybody talks about.
Mhm. Yeah.
This performance that we're checking out was an MTV Unplugged concert in 1996.
Hell yeah. I love Unplugged.
I don't think I've ever seen this or heard this performance before. I have heard this song. It's a fantastic song, but
Mhm.
I don't think I've heard like the acoustic versions of any other performances. So I'm excited to
Mhm.
check it out. I say we go ahead and get started if you're ready.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole. Here we go.
Bury me softly in this world. I give this part of me for
I don't think I've ever seen an acoustic bass.
you. Sand rains down and here I sit, holding red flowers in a down in a hole, and I don't know if I can be saved. See my heart, I decorated like a grave. Oh, you don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. Look at me now, a man who won't let himself be. Down in a hole, losing my soul. Down in a hole, losing control. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been so denied.
It's so good.
It is so good, especially oh my gosh. Live in that range
Hmm.
and all of the things. And again, the acoustic bass is so cool.
That is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen an acoustic bass before. I didn't know they did that. It makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
I just don't think I've ever actually visually seen one before.
It's so cool. Those strings are so thick. It's so
There.
wild.
Those are like the type of string Stevie Ray Vaughan would use to play. In addition to the four members of the band, it looks like there was an additional performer, which we got to see, which I was not aware of. I didn't get to mention him before, but it's
Mhm.
Scott Olson. He's doing acoustic rhythm and solo guitar for this performance, and he does acoustic bass on one of the songs. So I just wanted to correct myself. I wanted to make sure I got everybody and give everybody credit because Everybody here is doing a phenomenal job, and
Absolutely.
I'm loving it.
It's really, really great. And it's interesting to think of like grunge unplugged, right? But there's such a unique and cool sound to it. I really like it.
It somehow just fits. I don't know how to describe it, but it works.
Because there's that edge to his voice, right? There's that kind of like growly edge that, normally when you're listening to grunge music kind of goes well, but it's almost like a juxtaposition between the acoustic music that they're playing with that kind of like bite. It accents it somehow. I don't know. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
And yeah, I mean, Lane's vocals, like it's just it's incredible. Like it's he's got that rasp, he's got that growl, and he while doing the rasp, he like has a higher pitch on his vocals, and it's just
Yep.
it's so unique, I feel like.
And also, like just watching him sing, there is so little visual effort, and I don't mean that as a like a slight at all.
No.
Like it's so easy for him to just hit those notes and just do the thing, and he's just like chilling, like hello. That's
Yeah.
really impressive.
Yeah, like you'll see like emotion on his face when he's
Mhm.
doing the singing on his own, which we'll get to the harmony in a minute. But like when he's doing the singing part on his own during the verse, like he's got this like emotional like face. Like he's got his eyes closed, he's looking down, and it's just like he's feeling the performance.
But there's that level of ease. Like he's feeling it, yeah, but it's also not hard for him to
No.
to do what he's doing. And I love that. I love the ability to bring the emotion in with just having done it so much and doing it so well that it's not a struggle. Because I've had to do the struggle face before. It's not fun.
So I've never actually watched a performance by Alice in Chains before. I've only heard a few songs. This is one of them that I've heard. But and I've heard the harmony before, but I guess I wasn't really aware that it was multiple people singing. I thought maybe it was some kind of like audio layer or something. I didn't really know, and now that I'm able to actually visually see it, I can actually understand, everything that I was hearing. So comparing that to being able to see Lane and Jerry both harmonize together, like that was an amazing harmony that they did.
It was, and I like how their voices go together as well. Because Jerry's voice is, we were talking about Lane having that kind of like growl or the rasp, if you will, and Jerry's voice is smoother. And I like the way they complement each other by being opposites. It's good. It's very
Yeah.
good.
And I think Jerry's was a little bit on the lower end too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His range does seem to be a little bit lower.
And I think that's a great balance. Lane can go higher and Jerry goes lower, and together they kind of meet in the middle. I'm also curious what's
I
written
know,
on Mike's
right?
guitar, his bass.
Yeah.
It says, "Friends don't let friends get friends haircuts."
Oh my God, like the show Friends. Okay, got
Maybe?
it. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure because, like, it is 96, so it is possible.
Yeah.
I see an article, I don't know if this is 100% true, but the article I'm reading, basically it was the period that Metallica changed their image and were about to do one of their best albums. Then Lars and James, I don't know if Jason and Kirk were there too, went to the Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged, and Mike wrote that on his bass. If you listen closely, when after one of the songs it says "No Excuses," they are jamming Enter Sandman, you can hear James shouting, "Yeah." It might be a friendly jab at Metallica, because
Right.
they all cut their hair. And I do really like the lighting here too. It's like purple and red, and it's like just I don't want to say neutral colors necessarily. But they also have like candles and stuff. Like it's all candlelit
So
and
many
everything.
candles. Yeah, I love it.
I think it just sets the mood in general.
For sure. It's certainly, you don't, I mean, how many concerts have you gone to where the stage is lit almost entirely by candles,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is a phenomenal performance, and I definitely need to see the rest of it.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and get back to it. So here we go.
I went to bed so down in a hole, and they put all the stones in their place. I've eaten the sun, so my tongue has been burned of the chase.
a mug of tea on his music stand.
Oh yeah.
Down in a hole, losing my soul. Down in a hole, losing control. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been floating high. Bury me softly in this world again. I give this
I like the switch of vocals too.
Scanning it back and forth.
Sand rains down and here I sit, holding where flowers end too. Oh, I wanna be safe down in a hole, losing my soul. Down in a hole, feeling so small. Down in a hole, losing my soul. Down in a hole, out of control. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been floating
Well-deserved applause.
Absolutely.
I swear to you, I saw a mug of tea on that man's music stand. I saw it like steaming,
Mhm.
and then I was like, no, it can't be a mug of tea. And then like it panned around a little bit. I was like, there's a handle on a mug, and there's a little tea packet thing. I think he had a mug of tea.
He has a cup of something on his music stand, which is also really cool that they use music stands. I think it just, I don't know, it gives off this like cozier feel. I don't really know.
It's like it's less, and I don't want, again, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's almost less polished because so I grew up in band and choir where we use music stands all the time, but when you think of bands like Alice in Chains or other stuff, you don't see them up on stage in an arena with a music stand. It's not really something that you do often.
Right.
So it does make it feel more intimate and more like stripped down, like unplugged, like it says.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because like I mean that makes sense for the bass too. It's acoustic and it's unplugged. So I mean for I don't know when bands started using monitors to show like what songs coming up next or the lyrics if they need
Yeah.
them or whatever. But it also does make sense to not have like computer monitors up on stage during an unplugged performance. It's everything's acoustic, everything's offline and everything. So having all the paper and everything kind of like that, I think that makes a lot of sense.
It's a good feel. Like I like how it feels. It's like, again, more intimate and more just like stripped down.
And I did like during one of the later verses where Jerry and Lane they swapped, so to speak, where Jerry was doing the lead vocals for the verse and Lane was backing them up with the backing vocals. I thought that was like a really really awesome thing.
Yeah, it's not quite a call and response, but almost like passing the baton back and forth of like the focus at that present moment. and they do it very well.
Yeah, it was very well balanced. The performance was flawless, and I definitely would not mind checking out more Alice in Chains. If y'all have anything we should know about, definitely drop those in the comments below. Would love to check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free. Tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check out the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All our socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. The release schedule, I always drop on the socials a couple days early, so if you would like a sneak peek as to what's coming out the following week, that's the best way to do that. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a priority request in, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link. Each request is only $5 and it helps me out a bunch. The link to the video we reacted to is also in there. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment hashtag down in a hole. I think that's it for this reaction. Check you out in the next one. Bye guys.